My theory about the Garden of Banban dream sequences. Our first dream sequence that actually means anything to me is the second dream begins. I'm using the wiki. The second dream begins telling the story of Stinger Flynn dragging some of the others along the journey to get to the beach. You wake up inside the Stinger mobile while Banban says hello before asking Stinger Flynn how much longer it will take to arrive at the place called the beach. And Stinger Flynn admits that they are lost. Banban and Opila Bird both get annoyed at Stinger Flynn for messing up at his one job. Stinger Flynn responds by saying that he's struggling to locate the being that asked for his opinion before Banban asks him if he can put some sort of song on, in which Stinger Flynn wouldn't it? I don't know what that says. Banban asks. That's a grammar fail. Banban asks Opila. Yes, that's what the wiki says. Banban asks Opila and Captain Fiddles what they think about the music with varying responses. Stinger Flynn complains about Banban's consistent talking, which is interrupting his focus on the road, which Banban points out doesn't exist. Banban says that you should never trust a jellyfish, to which Opila agrees, causing Stinger Flynn to turn around to shut Banban up, but instead makes him crash the car into a giant cactus. The third dream picks up shortly after the road trip dream, as the player wakes up and Banban says hi and tells him to eat some of the food that they collected before realizing that they ate all of it. Banban apologizes for eating so much, while Stinger Flynn simply states that he ate his required amounts of nutrients without guilt. Nab, who is chasing after the car, which really means something, Nabnab, who is chasing after the car before the crash, has the lost vegetable but sees the player needs something and hands over it. Stinger Flynn is surprised that a spider could ever show kindness but quickly shoves it off as it states that Jumbo Josh would love these vegetables. Stinger Flynn expresses that he's glad that Jumbo Josh is not bothering them with his irritating presence, which causes Banban to ask Stinger Flynn why he hates Jumbo Josh so much. Stinger Flynn says that hate is one of the two emotions that he cannot control when asked when the other one responds with sorrow. Wow, that's weird to say. Banban immediately regrets asking Stinger Flynn, again, what is with these grammar mistakes, people? As Stinger Flynn As Stinger Flynn asks how anyone could be happy in a world like ours. Banban responds by reminding Stinger Flynn that life is too short to be sad all the time, but gets the response that their lives aren't. Banban doesn't know what to do and tries to ask the captain and Nab for ideas, but gets interrupted by a loud noise in the background. Banban asks what could have made that noise as Stinger Flynn passes off as a certain creature that lives in the ecosystem. Choo-Choo Charles, yes, I did not expect this when I saw this, runs into the camp and picks up Banban while trying to eat him before Nab jumps in and bonds with a fellow spider, and before anyone can process what just happened, the car explodes. The fourth dream continues the journey after the crash camping dream, as the player wakes up and Banban exclaims that they are a sleepy fellow. They should probably go back to sleep as they are still waiting for their bus. Soon after, a bus shows up. Stinger, also they spelled bus wrong, there's not two S's, but Stinger Flynn expresses that it's the wrong one and they have to keep waiting. Banban, tired of everything that has happened, says he doesn't want to go to the beach anymore, but Stinger Flynn states that they must go to the beach and that they have no way to go home. Banban says that he and the captain can figure out something. Stinger Flynn insults the captain, calling him dumber than the bench he is sitting on as another bus pulls up. Captain Fiddles walks and gets on it despite being told it's the wrong bus, and causes him to get kidnapped. As Banban and Stinger Flynn thinks about what to do, Nab Nab chases after the bus just to get run over by another bus. As they state their losses, Banban acknowledges another bus which comes straight towards the player. The fourth dream is not described by the wiki other than literally Stinger Flynn is driving the plane. Also, how do you drive a plane? You have to fly the plane technically. But here's my version. And hey, if you're someone who can type on this wiki unlike I can, then please fix this. So this is pretty much as far as I can remember. Basically you're on a plane with Nab Nab, Captain Fiddles, Opila Bird, Stinger Flynn is flying the plane, and Banban is in the seat right next to him. I can't remember exactly what they talk about, but they talk about stuff, and then, well, Banban complains how, I'm pretty sure Banban complains about how sucky his driving is, and then Stinger Flynn gets mad at him. It turns into a fight, and Banban turns into Nightmare Banban. They both crash through the windshield while fighting, and the plane is crashing because no one's driving it. And apparently, Opila Bird, Captain Phils, or Nab Nab, or Flumbo do not know how to steer the plane. So Nab Nab grabs Flumbo, and they both jump outside of the plane. Then the dream sequence ends. Now's the part where my theory really comes into play. My theory, which I've probably said multiple times in this video, is that instead, in these dream sequences, we are not playing as the player, which most people think we are. We are actually playing as Flumbo. And it all makes sense to me because of these two dream sequences. In the second dream sequence, the Stinger Flynn road trip one, we find out that Nab Nab was actually chasing the car the whole time, possibly indicating that he knew that our car was going to crash. And then there's also the plane one where he grabs us, and since no one's flying the plane, he grabs us, and both of us and him jump out of the plane, and then we look back and the plane explodes, saving us from dying. And then my thought is that we're probably playing as Flumbo because in Garden of Banban 0, which is pretty much confirmed that we're playing as Flumbo, we know that Banban was trying to stop us from becoming his replacement by trying to get Ramamba to eat us, and Nab Nab pushed us out of the way, therefore saving us, which means that if we were truly playing as Flumbo all these times, Nab Nab would have been saving us every single time, which then boosts another one of my theories. Another one of my theories is that in one of the next games, so Chapter 8, Chapter 9, Chapter 10, I don't really know, one of the next games, that Flumbo and/or Nab Nab will kill Banban. Why I think this is because in the Garden of Banban trailer, from Flumbo's perspective, we do actually see that Banban is covered in Givanium and looks very poor, and also like he could be killed quite easily. Also, Nab Nab, as we know before, is probably not going to be afraid to kill one of his friends, even though he stuck up for him during the camping scene. He's probably dealt enough with him trying to kill Flumbo, so possibly, now that Banban's in his weaker state, him and Flumbo have the possibility to kill Banban. And then, after that, Flumbo would Flumbo would never be attacked by Banban again, and they could both just be friends in the whole garden. Anyway, that's my theory. I hope this actually comes out before Garden of Banban 8, but here's one other thought. Wait, how come Banban or Nab Nab didn't tell anybody? Well, my thought is one, Nab Nab cannot speak, which is kind of weird to think because he's got a giant mouth. Yeah, that's weird to say. And answer 2, he doesn't want Banban to potentially harm him because Banban knows that he knows. Banban knows that he knows Flumbo. So, like, if Bro does one false move and tells the others that, hey, when Flumbo was a child, Banban tried to murder him, then they're probably gonna, like, turn his back again. Then they're probably gonna be like, bro, what the heck, why'd you do that? And then Banban's gonna have a target on the back. But instead, for the sake of Flumbo, Nab Nab's not telling anybody,